an i8. I quite like those. Not enough to own one, if I'm honest. I just don't think they're terribly practical. But I like the way they look. Yes, I've reached that, perhaps the word I could use is boring state of life, where my choice of vehicles is far more driven by practicality, by function, than it is by style. Which explains why I'm riding an RT at the moment. It's very functional. It's not the most exciting of bikes. Oh, it's gorgeous today. Spent so much of my time doing this run in the rain, cold. You won't be able to make it out on the camera, but up ahead of me is Winter Hill, and there's a hot air balloon hovering just above it. Well, I don't know if it's just above it, because obviously it's hard to judge distance, but it's clear in the sky above it, and it's red, so it's catching the sun. It looks really cool, but it would just be a pinhead on the wide angle lens of the camera, I would think. But yeah, I can sort of get wanting to do that on a day like this. Really nice being up there, still and peaceful. I bet it's not warm. It's not cold down here. 16.5 degrees according to the bike, which is fine by me for a starting out beginning of the day, because it'll just get warmer. With the A57 along to Earlham, and it's a nice windy road, but the downside is times like this it's nearly impossible to overtake. There just aren't any long enough stretches or any big enough gaps in the traffic. I mean, that would have been a big enough gap, but I couldn't tell that. Still nothing coming. Just can't take the risk. Quite a lot of trucks coming the other way. Having said that, I suppose if I hit something head on, I'm not really going to care whether it's a truck or a car or a van. It's going to be pretty terminal. Good morning. Yeah, it's starting to see lots more bikes coming out now. When I'm riding in the winter months, there's usually only me on the road, maybe one or two other hardcore types. But once the weather gets warmer, you start seeing more and more bikes come out, and it is very weather dependent. On a sunny day you'll see loads of them. On a slightly grimmer day, the number drops off. There's clearly quite a few people who just decide to ride their bike to work on a sunny day. I just can't imagine sitting in a car commuting to work anymore. I'd much rather be on the bike, even if it is raining and cold. My gear keeps me dry, a few layers to keep me warm. No, it's much better. No, this is a bit better. This section's all roundabouts and slightly longer straights. It's not as windy. 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, there's not much you can do with it anyway. But there are overtaking opportunities. A bit of making progress, and it doesn't half annoy the car drivers. Ooh, nice van driver got out of my way. I'll give him a thank you. So tempting to just black down the outside here, but I'll be good. 50-mile-an-hour cyclist, people pulling out to overtake the cyclist. I shouldn't be overtaking them. I'll be good. I hate being good. Anyway, this junction has my petrol station on it. The beast needs a bit of a drink, so I shall be nipping in there and having a pit stop. Well, for the bike, not for me. And he left the house 20 minutes ago. I don't need a pit stop. That would just be decadence. Ordered a new back box for the bike. I can't wait for it to turn up. Unfortunately, it's delayed. They're actually making it. So I was told I'd have to wait 4 weeks. I think I've still got another 2 weeks to go. I'll keep the surprise about what it is until I've got it on the bike. I'm hoping it will make things sound a little bit better. So here's an important question. Do you fill your bike on the side stand, or do you put it on the centre stand so you can squeeze that extra last little drop into the tank? Of course that assumes you've got a centre stand. I'm a centre stand kind of guy. And there you go, Spicy. My flap opens backwards. Like so many modern bikes, it takes ages for the fuel gauge to recognise that you've filled the tank up. Well, by ages I mean a few seconds after you've pulled off. Just a bit weird. I guess it's some sensor related thing, but I don't see why it would work that way. And things should work the way I expect them to. Well, except for pleasant surprises. In fact, yeah, that just kind of undermined my argument there. Building some new road over to the right here. And the last time I came along, SatNav was trying to get me to follow it, which is a bit weird, because you really can't. They haven't finished building it yet. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. I can only assume that the people who do Garmin's maps are, well, I wouldn't have thought there'd be that much on the ball. Yeah, there you go, there's the road. As you can see, there is no way to get onto it. I was trying to persuade me that I should turn right. Well, it's a dual carriageway with central reservation. I couldn't have turned right even if the road had been there. Last bit of traffic before I get onto the motorway for more traffic. This is the last section of my A road part of the route. Just stacking up now to the roundabout under the M60, which unfortunately is the roadworks section. 50 miles an hour, lots of traffic, but at least it's usually fairly freely moving, so I can't complain. But it's not very exciting, so I won't continue talking to you. I'll finish up at this point, unless something really exciting happens along the way. Just finish off with a little bit of aggressive filtering, but without the aggression.